Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video I will be unboxing these precious little babies. I have with me today the Ohuhu Honolulu Plus series, and I wanted to get both because it is said that both sets have different color arrangements in them. They are going to have some duplicates, but I wanted to get both so I can experience these colors. Now, what got me here? What got me here was me scrolling through to see, you know, when I first found about Ohuhu, because I'm new to Ohuhu. I just found them in, I want to say November or December of 2025. So come to find out, they were launched way back, maybe like 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And so now that I have found them, I bought a 24 set of the primary color, the basic primary colors, not primary, but it's just called the 24 basics. And so I just wanted to try them out to see if this was the route that I want to take, because there's so many different alcohol markers on the market. As we see, it has blown up, it has went nuts. So I said, you know, since there's so many different brands, I knew Copic was not going to be it because it's too expensive for me. I'm not going to even sit up here and act like it's not. I knew Touch was not going to be it because they're too expensive. I think I found the biggest set of Touch markers on Amazon for $700 and some odd, and I'm like, no ma'am, no sir. That's, even if I had gobs and gobs of money, I think something like that is kind of like a waste, because when they dry out, you have to replace those things. So that's what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about purchasing things like that. So everybody's calling these budget friendly, cheap wear. That's what I got to say, cheap wear. So we're going to open it and we're going to see the vibrant, brilliant colors. This is not going to be me comparing these. This is going to be me just unboxing these and my initial first impressions. Today is my birthday, so I was like, what better than to just buy yourself something that you dreamed of, because I don't celebrate my birthday at all. So I'm going to be unboxing and opening things while I'm talking, guys, and just, you know, let's have a little chit chat and unbox. But anyway, today is my birthday. I don't celebrate my birthday, and my kids know that. And everybody keep asking me why, but my reason is personal, and I just feel like when people say that they don't want to do something, let their no be no, you know. And my answer to celebrating my birthday is I don't want to do it for personal reasons. But I saved up my money, and every year I do buy myself something. I don't celebrate it, but I do buy myself something that I've been eyeballing through the years. So this is the first one. This is the 36 count Honolulu Plus series, the 36 colors. I love this pack. When I seen this, I had, first of all, when I know I want to purchase something, I do my research. So I watch video after video after video after video to see if this was in fact what I would want. Oh my God. The packaging is supreme. This is premium at its best. Like, you cannot get no better than this. I don't know if this is real leather, but it definitely feels premium. Okay, so that's what it looks like, y'all. We already know this. I'm new to this, so I'm just, you know, being awestruck about it. I know y'all seen people open, unbox, and all that, but I haven't. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna open it, and I like this right here. This is what I love. That's heavy. That's not going to go anywhere. So upon opening, these are the colors. I know y'all know. We already know about the page protector sheet. We already know about that. All of the sets now have these included. We already know that we get the swatch cards. And now I'm wondering if this one has 2 swatch cards or is all 36 on just one swatch card. Let me see. I hope so. Yep, they are. So, okay, now that I got the swatch card and the book out, and we all know This book is so, let me unbend it, so informative because it has all the sets in here. It has all the color varieties that you can get. They did a very good job with their booklet. Their booklet is not just something that you read and throw away. This booklet is something that you could use to see what set do I need, what set do I want, do I want to go forward with buying different brushes, what brush tips do they have available. It's all here for you. It's all here for you. Now, when I realized that the 24 basics that I have in there, they have refills here. So they are now offering refills, which is awesome. See, they have all the series and they show you all the colors on the side, the Q&As, and that's what the book looks like. So we don't need to waste too much time on that. I will be filling in this swatch card in a little bit. But when I realized that the felt tip markers do break down, that's what caused me to get the plus tip markers. Because I want these to last. I want them to last for a while. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of paper. Well, first let's unbox all of it. And then I will come back and do that. But this is the colors. They're so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's the 36. And then what I want to do is go through and see what duplicates do we have as well. Because they said there's some duplicates in the set. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. Don't mind my big old knife, and I can't push down too hard because I don't want to cut my bag. I don't want to cut my bag. And this is the 24 card. Now, the only thing I will say about this packaging is I hate the fact that they didn't have plastic or something covering the actual bag. Because what if the box got wet or it got something spilled on it, then your bag would therefore get messed up because it's just sitting down in the box. I don't like that. I feel like they should have like plastic like this over the case. And so let's open these. I know they're going to be probably similar to that, but here we go. There is that. We have the page protector. Of course, we got the trusty old book. And then we do have the swatch card for the 24. And we're going to be swatching both of these. So I got to see what duplicates we have. There is what they look like. The colors are so pretty. This one is just really just grabbing my eye. But yeah, so that's what these look like. Let me unbox the other one and then we'll get right down to business. I was upset because when I say this is exactly how this came, when I seen the mailman carrying this under his armpit, I was so ticked off. I was like, I know that ain't my package of markers. So this is the set that my son purchased for me for my birthday. So I'm gonna open this one. I just feel like we spend all this money for these packages, and then I really feel like they should do a better job at protecting our stuff. So here it is. This is the brush and the soft chisel set. It is the 48 colors. Let's open them up. We already know inside, look at those colors. All the colors are pretty to me. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. Here's the Ohuhu book that you get with it. You got the protective sheet, and you have the 2 swatch cards for this. So I'm gonna put these to the side. I'm not gonna put them back in the bag because I'm swatching all of these, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So I finished swatching all these markers. This is literally the next day. I ate a piece of birthday cake and I swear it spiraled me out of control so hard. I couldn't even complete the video, which I shouldn't have stopped to eat anything. I should have just finished my video. That's neither here nor there. So we are here at the swatches. I just turned my tops inside out, guys, so they can sit up, because you already know the one thing I'm saying about these tops is you can't just fold them back and they stay. They're going to always keep folding back over. So this is a tip that I would share with you guys, is that if you turn your cap inside out like this, it will stand. It will stand. It's just like a stand. So that's for the 36 count, the 26 count, and then of course for the bag, I just folded the top backwards so that the bag can sit on top of there. So here we have it. Let's start with the 36 count though. And I'm sorry, while I was swatching those, the camera was so far away, guys, and it's all because I couldn't see what I was doing. And the tip, the Supreme tip, the plus, is it called Supreme tip? Because I keep saying Supreme tip. The tip on the Honolulu Plus series is, as we all know, it's the soft tip. So with that being said, I was struggling because I'm not used to it, number one. Number two, I didn't expect it to feel like that. I didn't expect it to be as soft as it is. And so, as you can see how I got out of lines, usually when I do a swatch card, it don't look this bad. So that's why that looks like that. And my camera seems to be a little bit blurry. Let me see if I can fix it. These are the colors. And so what I wanted to do was discover which duplicates we have. And as you can see, there are 6. So the numbers with the dots are the ones that are in the 26 count set as well. So there's that. And I mean, it's not bad because all the other colors are completely different. So these are the colors in the 24 set, and as you can see, they are vibrant. They are pretty. Look at that deep royal blue. Lord have mercy. That color just been taking me over the edge since I seen it, and I'm a red girly. But that blue hits heavy. And then this honeydew melon, I found myself using that a lot yesterday. I love that color. And okay, I'm going to show you the 36 set again since it was blurred out. Here are the colors. And like I said, that dot means it's a duplicate, so don't mind that. Here's the colors. I really believe with these 3 sets, I really don't feel the need to have all the sets. I don't need everything. I just need what works for me. And then here are the Honolulu S series swatches. There are 48 colors. Look at that rich raspberry. I mean, how could you not? How could you deny these colors? They're so pretty. They are so vibrant. And then one thing that I've been noticing with everybody, everybody's videos, they're calling these markers cheap and budget. Come on now. Cheap where? Cheap where? From the bags to the pen bodies, excuse me, from the bags to the pen bodies to the colors, I don't see cheap nowhere. I don't see cheap nowhere. This don't remind me of nothing cheap. And now, like I said, these tips is gonna get some getting used to. It's gonna take some getting used to. So that's why my swatch cards are looking. I know y'all probably don't care about that. So now what I want to do, since we have all the swatches, I'm going to move these out the way. And I'm going to do some coloring with them. Just a little bit. We're not going to be all day. And I'll actually do one for you because I thought that it was going to be so flimsy and I was going to have to do all this extra. And no. Here's the tip here. My hands are crusty. Don't judge me. And I'll rotate it so you can see. Look how fine that is. This is a game changer. Ohuhu is doing their big one. I mean, their products are just, like I said, they're that girl. Like, there we go. And then we can do an even thinner line like that. And then I did that kind of tight, but you could see what I mean. You could get some curves with this. I'll do it less tight. You can get some curves with this. You know what I mean? So you're not missing out on nothing, and you could color broad spaces quicker. And I better stop pushing so hard because these muds are so juicy. When I say they juiced up, they are juiced up. Thank you, Ohuhu, for juicing my markers clean up. And there we have it. The color is vibrant, it's very vivid, and it looks extremely awesome, if you ask me. And this is just a coloring book I got from Ross on Black Friday. It was $3.99. Y'all, look at this. I mean, cheap markers where? Where is the cheapness at? Where do you see the cheapness? Now, I forced myself to use only the Supreme tip markers. And let's look at it. She's thick. She's so thick. But the flexibility on her, though, is like, hold on, let me find my sheet. Let me show y'all this. If you really want to draw and color with this and stay in the lines, what I've learned after playing with these just for one night is that when you want to use that tip and you want to get in somewhere, just with a light hand, no pressure, no pressure. You can get the smallest and get in the tightest spots if you just use that tip with no pressure. Now, when you put the pressure, you see the flex. You know what I'm saying? You see that flex. And see how much ink comes out. So I'm going to get y'all close. And then look at how it moves. And it feels weird. Like, it feels like I'm using a paintbrush. That's what this reminds me of. But if I want to draw with the tip, I have to with a light hand. I can't put any pressure. So you can even write with this, but you have to hold that tip, you know, with no pressure. And like, it takes some getting used to. I ain't gonna lie, it takes some getting used to. But this is the picture that I was able to achieve. Let me get the whole thing in there with this brush tip. And you know what? Let's just see. Putting it in the wrong bag. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So let's look at the book. And before I even go any further, let's see what they're calling this tip. Because I keep saying Supreme tip, and that may be it. But I just want to make sure. I don't want to tell y'all something and it's not right. Okay. There's the soft chisel tip. Okay, it is the Supreme brush. Honolulu Plus. This is the Supreme brush. Okay, so I was right. So there it is. And it tells you a little bit about it. This is crafted with rubber material. How about that? So, yeah, we're going to do this. And then I'll just move the camera as I go, maybe. Okay? So, this was teal blue, as I'm blabbing. And, yeah, the caps do stack. They do post, rather. There they go. Which I love. That's why I'm like, y'all, who, and if you can see, as I'm coloring, if I press hard, you see the bend. You see it move. Get in here. Get in here and see it. You'll see it move. Let me do another one. You know what I'm saying? But if I, with a light hand, just use that tip, you don't see no movement on that Supreme brush at all. So this is going to take some practice. Reminds me of a paintbrush. Now, if you don't like painting, if you don't like working with a paintbrush, then these will not be the markers for you. These are going to, man, they're going to mess with you because you feel every bit of the movement of this if you can't draw with a light hand like what I'm doing. And as you can see, they bleed a lot. So trying to balance yourself out while coloring, trying to get it not to bleed over the lines, all that stuff is important if you're doing artwork that's, you know, that's going to matter to you, that you're going to want to keep. All right, y'all, I'm trying to keep y'all up with the colors so you can kind of see, you know, what it would look like. My camera is, and it's because I'm doing this at an angle as well. So, and I can't even get it in camera. Tahitian blue, y'all. This video all over the place. So now I'm going to color this one. And what I really want to do with this one, well, no, let me pick another one, because I want to do the chisel tip now. I want to do the chisel tip. So let's do this one here. Let's work on this one. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, I am bringing you these products, and I don't want to make you feel like, oh, anybody can afford them. If you gotta save to get them, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Deep vermilion. Oh, I can't, y'all. I can't with this. Let me tilt it. Deep vermilion. Now, if I'm saying that wrong, I don't know. But I do know this. That's just how I'm saying it. Okay, here is the infamous soft chisel. Y'all don't look at my hands. Here it is. And I know I've showed it to you when I was doing that little small little jump. I love this tip. And like I said, I am so excited because all my products came in juicy. Okay. So with this, I can use the tip like this, you know, like filling in stuff. But then as you get closer to the edge of this, you might want to use, pull it down some, the very tip, because they're going to bleed. That's what they do. But if you don't want it to really like go crazy, use the tip when you're getting close to another area. But sometimes this bleeding that is doing like right up in here, that's a pro for me, because I like to color where I'm using like similar colors. And it's, say for instance, if you wanted to blend colors and you wanted to fade them out or whatever, you know, make a gradient or whatever the case may be, that bleeding will aid and assist in that, you know, where you won't have to do so much blending. But yeah, I like it. Now on certain pictures, when I don't want the colors to bleed over, what I do is I don't get right on that line. I have to stop right before the line, because I know it's gonna bleed. Like say for instance, I didn't want it to go over here. I would color it like that. See how it's bleeding to the line? Let's see if it's gonna stop. Let's see if it's not gonna go over the line. So while I'm coloring, you just watch that. I've watched a lot of these videos with markers. You may be watching too, and you may want these. I remember when I first seen them, and I wanted them when I first discovered them. And I'm like, dang, that 300 something said, I wouldn't want that. But just say if I did, I wouldn't want to spend hundreds of dollars, you know, for markers. We're talking about some markers that's going to dry up and dry out, and you got to fill all those up. So it dawned on me, okay, people are lusting over these markers. I don't think they're taking into consideration that you're going to have to fill these up. So that means you're going to have to buy refills. Is that something that you would want to do? And I'm like, nope. I wouldn't want to have to fill up 300 something markers with ink, because the ink vials, and they're affordable as well. They're $5 per vial. But 5 times 360 something, yeah, calculate that up. You still want that 300 and some count? I'm like, man, I didn't want it, but shoot, I feel sorry for whoever do want it, because they finna pay a pretty penny for that. I didn't show y'all that one, but that one was classic blue. Ooh, classic blue B115, because how I have my camera, I can't really tilt it. So now I'm going to go in with, let's just do the tops like this. Rich Raspberry RV 212. Camera doing what it want to do today. I'm telling you. It said I ain't giving you no act right. And I'm just picking random colors just to show you guys the clarity, the vividness. And that's really pretty much all I'm here to do, is show you how they work.
I'm, like I said, these are new to me. I'm just getting used to these. I feel like, Ohuhu, you have done your big one. You have done an excellent job. I think the only other set that I will want is the 48 count of the acrylic ones. But I don't want just any one. I want the ones with the window. And so I think I'm going to get that set as well. And then after that, that'll probably be all that I'm going to do. Like, I'm not going to keep purchasing, because like I said, when they run out, you got to replace them. This is going to be Brilliant Blue. The last blue I did was Classic Blue. So this is going to be Brilliant Blue. But yeah, if you guys are liking how these are laying down, if you're liking how these colors are looking, then I would suggest you start with the 24, the classic, the basic set. That's what I started with. And I had to say to myself, start small, get a small set, and see if you like them. See if you like the tips. See if you like how they lay down. See if you like the color, you know, and then that way you will know whether it's something that you want to really invest in. Like, when I say really invest in, I mean getting multiple sets, or just utilizing one set. Prune juice, I thought that was so cute. 514, that's crazy. Prune juice, I need some prune juice. I want to detox my body so bad. As y'all can see, this video is everywhere. And I'm coloring it off my sheet. Oh, I messed up another page. I keep forgetting. That's the downfall. That's the con of that sheet being so small. You forget that it's there. That's the con of this. You forget it's there and you just get the coloring on everything. And so, yeah, I want to... Okay, let me see. I'm just really, for this one, I'm going for, ooh, cotton candy blue. Let's see what this one looks like. I bet it's going to be so cute. I'm looking at the swatch sheet. It's cute on the sheet. But yeah, you guys, don't give up and don't give in. You can have anything that you want if you do what's right with your money. And what am I really saying? Don't splurge out and spend everything you got just to prove something on YouTube or on social media or to people, because people gonna do what they gonna do. They gonna talk about you whether you got it or you don't. Whether you're rich or you're poor, or you're famous, or you're just, you know, plain Jane. People gonna find a way to talk. People are always gonna have something to say. They're always gonna have an opinion, and that's just what it is, you know. But I'm not going to get sucked into that. I got the sets that I want. I feel like I need, well, I don't need that acrylic set, but I have the, I think it's the 24 count. I want the 48 count because I want the different colors. I found myself running into the issue of not having enough colors, you know, to color with that set. So I'm selling all my first sets I got. I got them posted on eBay. I just feel like I'm not trying to hoard Ohuhu markers. They are up for sale on eBay. And with that money, I will purchase me a 48 count set of the acrylics. And that's just going to be it, because when I was in college, I went for graphic design. And so I had to have art classes, Art 110, Art 11, color design, color theory, all that. Color, history of art, all that. So I still got all my art supplies from when I was in school as well. And it's like, I don't need any liners or anything, any notepads. Peacock green. I still got my drawing pads, and I found so much. I found a whole box full of stuff, and I'm like, man, I got to get rid of this stuff, or either I got to start using it again or something. I got so many art supplies. So yeah, I want to be mindful of what I'm purchasing. I don't want to purchase just because everybody else is purchasing. I know that these are good quality markers, but I also know that I don't need every set. I can do some major stuff with just the 3 bags that I got. I got 100 and some markers right here. So if I can't make 100 and some markers work, which is still a lot for me, like for real, that's a lot. If I can't make 100 and some markers work for all I'm doing is coloring, I'm a colorer, if that's even a word. I love to color. I love coloring. If I can't make them work for just my coloring books, and who's to say, I might draw some stuff and use these just to see, you know, how they work on the on my drawing pad, which I know they probably work just fine. But crazy thing is, I used to think that, now when I was in college, Copic were out, but when I seen that tag on them, I was like, yeah, nah. To me, Sharpies were the best, but the smell was horrible, and so I didn't like the smell. But I remember being in college and I bought the biggest set of Sharpie permanent markers that I could buy, and everybody would always rant and rave on how pretty my coloring would be, and I'm like, y'all, it's just Sharpie permanent markers. The quality was there, but the smell, ugh, yuck, 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 yuck. So that is that. These colors are so pretty, y'all. They are super duper pretty. You know what else I wanted to try? I want to try this caramel color. It say caramel. I know it's going to be like a 10. No, cinnamon. Cinnamon. I want to try cinnamon. These flowers don't have no rhyme or reason. I'm just telling y'all because I just want to see certain colors laid down. That's pretty much all I'm doing. It's just showing you, you know, showing you what they do. Showing you how they look. They are pretty. I can't stop saying that part. And let's go with, ooh, pink carnation, which is my birth flower. Look at my hand right there, y'all. That's what diabetes do to you. It crushed you up. It crushed you right up. And you be like, dang. I just washed my hands too. I should have got some lotion. Yeah, I was cleaning up my table. Then I washed my hands and I forgot all about I was finna record. That's just how fast it slipped my mind. All right, guys. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching me. Number one, color. Look at the vividness. Now it's drying down. Oh, that is insane. Oh, that's insane. So let's go back out. Okay. I hope you guys have enjoyed me coloring. I didn't finish the whole thing because my hands are starting to cramp and I need to just take a break. So what will I say? Will I recommend these markers? Absolutely. But I will say for those who cannot afford them, to do not get in despair. Do not feel bad. If you can't afford a big set, and I know some people actually do love that set, I would say start off with the 24 count, the basic colors, just to get a feel of them. And if it makes you feel any better, get the 24 count, the basic colors with different brushes. So like you can get the chisel and the brush, or you could get the fine tip. I think you can get the fine tip and a brush in the basic sets. But if you want to just maybe buy 2 of those just to have every brush just to see how they feel, I'll say do it. If you want to try the Supreme brush, I'll say start off with the 24 colors. No, I wouldn't say that because that one doesn't have a good variety of colors. I'll say start with the 36. Now, let's talk about prices on these. This set right here was I think this one was $27 if I'm not mistaken. And then the 36 count was $32. But I have Amazon Prime. And not only do I have Amazon Prime, I have some coupons. So, you know what I'm saying? And then they also, at the end, when you get ready to check out, they'll tell you, if you put them all your purchases together, we'll give you this much money off, or we'll give you this much money as a, you know what I'm saying, as what do you call it? I wouldn't say a promotion, but you know, they give you some money back if you purchase your stuff on certain days. And so my son purchased this one for me, so I didn't even have to buy this one. This set was a little bit pricey. This was $49.99 on Amazon. Like I said, I did not know Ohuhu had their own website. If I knew that, I probably pretty much would have ordered off their site, because I didn't know that they offer points. Every purchase earns you points, so you can build those points up, I think,
to go towards other purchases and stuff like that. So I really pretty much wish that I would have went ahead and did it on their site, which when I do order the 48 count of the acrylic markers, it is going to be off of their site because I really want to support them. They're a good company. They have great products. Look at the color. Look at the vividness. Like, you cannot complain about, who can complain about this? And y'all stop calling them budget and cheap, because they're absolutely everything but that. Look at that. Look at the color I was able to achieve with their markers. This is amazing. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to be the end of this one. I thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can always ask me in the comment section, and let's go ahead and just share it out. If you know somebody who will want to see this video and learn about these markers, the little bit that I do know, let's just say that, the little bit that I do know about these markers, go ahead and share that with them. You can like it if you do. Subscribe to the channel to see more videos of my randomness, because I don't have a niche, but I really would like to have one, and maybe one day. I'm just too much of a random person, y'all. I'm too random. I love art, but I don't know, maybe one day I might not want to record any art. So that's where I'm, you know, kind of in a dilemma with that, but neither here nor there. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.